It is a chilly night here in the northeastern U.S., but we've got some football to keep us warm at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Baltimore Ravens. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're under 14. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Britt. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
They'll try to run this one in. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They go play action now. Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. They'll run on 1st down. Pickett. And some space here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Now, this defense for the Ravens, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. But now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game. Someone sharp in this game. A touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. So there, Charles, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there for New England. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Wilson. Trying to set up the screen. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen, and then a nice return.
Nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. He's going to... A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there for New England. On first down, Pickett. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a give right side. Pickett. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the 17, Wilson. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. Touchdown, Patriots. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Britt. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary. Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. From the gun, Britt. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, Britt. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Touchdown! That's caught. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Rosas to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Our two teams making their final preparations for the second half. And as they do, we send it back out to Foxborough, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. It's caught, Smith. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Wilson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for the Patriots. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into Danger Russ. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Rosas good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Britt. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Looking to throw. Britt. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. To throw on 3rd down. Britt throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there for the Patriots.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run on first down. Pickett. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first down, Wilson. Rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And this one complete to Smith. Touchdown, Patriots. Jonnu Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. PAT up and good by Rosas. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Britt. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Britt. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Yeah, it's on.
And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They run the counter. Pickett, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play there for the Patriots. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots are back within a score. Rosas good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and finish this one off.
Really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now a handoff as they run left side. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Baltimore, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for New England, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.